You know, one of the things we love to do here on the Troy Murphy Show, we like to have a good old-fashioned rant. A good old-fashioned rant is what we're about to do here on the show, as right now, for this story, we head to Germany and I apologize for my destruction of the English language. Well, not really English, it's more German. The Barberini Museum in Potsdam. I probably pronounced that. No, without a doubt, I pronounced that incorrectly. Without a doubt. Anyway, what's happened this week? Climate change activists have thrown mashed potato at Claude Monet's Les Meules painting before gluing themselves to the floor. The two last generation campaigners, that's what they call themselves, last generation. And here's hoping that they are the last generation of their namesake. They entered the museum earlier this week wearing high-vis jackets, and in true style of these radical activists, they filmed their destructive behaviour and posted it to Twitter saying, "We make this hashtag Monet the stage and the public the audience. If it takes a painting with hashtag mashed potatoes or hashtag tomato soup thrown at it to make society remember that fossil fuel cause is killing us all, then we'll give you hashtag mashed potatoes on a painting." Of course, this is on the back of activists in the UK who entered the Central London Gallery on the 14th of October and hurled tomato soup at a priceless painting by Vincent Van Gogh, one of the greatest painters of all time. And, you know, after chucking the soup at the painting, one of the protesters then asked the gathering crowd, what is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food? More than justice? I won't tell you what I think the answer to that question is, especially when it comes to the lives of the protesters. I'll pick the art any day. After chucking the soup at the painting, the activists, their names are Phoebe Plummer and Anna Holland. These are the UK ones. And they were arrested by London Metropolitan Police on charges of criminal damage and aggravated trespasses. Now, in both incidences, I should warn that the paintings were not ruined, because these are, well, they're priceless. But if someone were to buy them, they'd be spending gazillions. Yeah, of which the pair, Phoebe Plummer and Anna Holland, and I keep mentioning their names because I'll get to that in a second, they were released on bail after their first court hearing on the condition that they do not enter galleries or museums and do not have paint or adhesive substances on them in any public place. Their trial is set for December 13 at the City of London Magistrates Court. Now, here's the opinion part that becomes a rant. I understand climate change is a thing. We all believe in climate change. We all want to do better for the environment. But is attempting to destroy history, culture, priceless artworks in the name of protest the best way to get your message across? No way in hell. Here's what happens. Art lovers, culture lovers, civilized people, the general public are turned away from these activists and their movements because of their antics turn people against the cause. Who wants to be aligned with a movement that destroys art? Art and culture is what is meant to unite us as one. Art is beauty, art is life, art is creation, art is not destruction. Art should not be destroyed in the name of a destructive movement. It's hypocritical. This movement is hypocritical. These activists are protesting the destruction of the planet, life, whilst destroying art. The life that is the creation of mankind. You can imagine the heavy polluters. Put your imaginary caps on. Let's put them on together. Imagine heavy polluters, whether they be companies or countries, because let's face it, countries are bigger polluters than companies. They sit there and they see the news articles and the antics of these last generation campaigners in Germany and the Just Stop Oil protesters in the UK. And I betcha, with our imaginary caps on, we're imagining these heavy polluters, they're all having a change of heart and promise to stop doing the damage that they're doing to the planet, all because of these protests. You can just see it happening. It's what's happening, clearly. Whilst I said it before, I do believe in climate change. I'm not a denialist. I believe what we should, and of course I believe we should be doing something about it. I'd protest these activists long before I joined a protest movement against climate change because of their abhorrent behaviour and what they are doing to art. And I'd also protest against them because I'll be following their court cases and speaking out if the courts, are light on their punishment, which I hope they are not.